Okay. So the very first exercise, so we are not going to discuss something like programs here. We are just going to call it as exercises here. Okay, because here we are not going to write any kind of programs. Whatever you people are seeing the content here, the table of content, whatever you're seeing here, this is not related to something called as programs. We people are actually going to create test cases, and these test cases we will be implementing on the programs whatever we are writing, so that we can say that the application whatever we have developed is 100% bug free. The main purpose for testing, what did I say, is we wanted to prevent bugs. That is the main reason we people are actually creating these test cases. And for that we have been provided with some 7 exercises, out of which the sixth exercise and seventh exercise is related to the tools. Whatever you're seeing here, this one, sixth one, and the seventh one, this is a tool here. We have Windrunner testing tool. Using this particular testing tool, will be actually performing different test cases. This is purely related to your testing tool concepts. But what about the previous one? What we have here, like 1 to 5, these are actually relevant to something called as programs. Now you people will be writing programs for this. You will be executing it, and after that you will be creating test cases for this to prove that the program doesn't have any kind of bugs. Okay, so you people will be creating some test cases, and that is a main focus. That's the reason we people are going to call it as exercises rather than calling it as programs, because we the main focus is on testing these particular programs, not to write the programs. So here the first exercise what we do have here is we need to write a C language program. So I think you people are familiar with C language here. So what we are going to write is we will be writing a program for checking do while construct, while do, if else, switch, and for. So using these four, we will be writing some programs, and we will write some test cases, and we'll determine whether it is perfect or not. Next, what we have is something called as we are going to write some matrix multiplication. I think you people are very much familiar with matrix multiplication. So it is not necessary that you need to follow whatever the program I am giving you. You can write in your own way, own what we call structural style. That depends on you people. And what is asking you people to do here is that your program is written in C language for matrix multiplication fail. So here the program is failing, and for that, what he's saying is he is asking you to interpret the causes for its failure and write down the possible reasons for its failure. So you people had to write here why that particular program has failed. So what are the different causes that we will see? And in this, after that, we have something called take any system. He is asking you to take any system. So here he is given example of ATM system. So we have taken ATM. You people can take any real-time model. See, like in UML diagrams, see people have gone through different kind of systems. Unified Modeling Language. We discussed about something called as LMS, right? Library Management System. And then we also discussed about something called POS. And one more we have discussed. Okay, so like what we call Railway Management System, RMS. So we have seen many different type of systems like this. You can consider any of the systems, and for that he is asking you to write the system specifications. And this specifications is related to something called as software engineering. I think you people are familiar with software engineering concept called system specification. So in this, you people will be writing what are the different specifications we have. And if you have the textbook here, already there is some specifications given how to write the system specifications. So first we need to write that specifications, and then we need to actually report what are the different bugs we may come across in that particular system. So you people can consider anything. It's not that only this, but here in the manual I have just provided to the ATM system, since he has given the example as ATM system. Next, the fourth one is that he is asking you to write the test cases for any known application. So any application, like it can be considered as banking application. Not only that, you can consider this also. You can take a LMS application, POS application, RMS application, airlines management system, whichever application you are familiar with. You can consider that, and you can write the test cases for that particular concept. So here I'll just explain you how to write the test cases, how you people have to perform it, and based on that you people can use these other methodologies, and I mean other applications, and you can write your own test cases. Fine, let's begin. So first one is we are going to write some programs using do while, if else, switch, and for, and then we will try to create the test cases. So basically you people are very much familiar with this do while, if else. You are good in programming, so you can write your own programs. It's not necessary that you need to write the same program what is provided here. But basically what exactly I'm going to do in this particular, the first one is related to do while construct here. So what exactly I'm going to do here is I'll take a number. Okay, first I'll enter a number here. What exactly I'm doing, let you know. I am taking a number, for example, n equal to 5. So and so whatever the value I wanted to determine here, okay, I'm just trying to print odd and even numbers. Let us suppose I'm giving the value I equal to 4. Okay, the value of I is 4. I wanted to determine the value of 4. So what it is going to do exactly, this logic is it will print from 4 all the numbers. Okay, from all the numbers from right still 5 numbers, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many numbers are selected? 5 numbers. So whichever the number I wanted to determine whether it is even or not, from that number till the remaining 5 numbers, it is going to add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So it will display that 4 is an even number, 5 is an odd number, 6 is an even number, 7 is an odd number, and 8 is a even number. That is what I'm going to display in this particular thing. So the program is very simple. You people can easily understand here. So first we are going to enter the number here. Then we'll simple scan, and if 5% is equal to 0. So what we are going to do, if we know that how to determine whether a number is even or not. If we are dividing a number with a value 2, if you're getting the remainder as 0, so percentage is a module. So if you're getting the remainder as 0, then we'll simply say that it is an even number. Or after that, what we are going to do, we'll have to increment it, because why we are incrementing here is nothing but, see, we just wanted to increment till the value is 5. We want to print whether a number is even or odd till the number is becomes 5. So till 5 numbers from the beginning of I equal to whatever the number you're given, 2, 3, 4, we are going to print it up. That is what we are exactly doing here in this case. So if the number is not odd, what we need to do, we need to simply print that the number is an, I mean, not even means we have to simply print that it is an odd number. So this is a program. You can see here I greater than 0 and I less than n. Sorry. So I less than n. So what does that mean is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now this is the test case. Let's see. Based on the program, whatever we are written, we are going to generate some test cases here. So the first test case, what we have actually designed here is that we will be taking only the positive values within the range. So there is a possibility that some people might be giving. So test cases is nothing but testing with different values. Like you people write expected output, right, and then actual output. That is what we call test case. But when we, I mean, that is what one type of test case only, but that is limited. You people are writing only one expected output and one actual output. But if you write a multiple expected outputs and multiple actual outputs based upon it by taking different values, then that becomes a test cases. So here the test case one, what I am going to say is, the name of the test case what I'm giving is positive values within a range. So what is the value we have taken here? This is something like integer. So integer means whatever the value I'm giving, it should be within that particular data type. So here let's see, I'm giving a value something called as 2 here. So what the system is going to do, what I'm expecting. So I did not execute the program now. I'm expecting something. What is expectation here? 2 is an even number. So till 5 numbers I wanted to display. So 2, 3 is an odd number, 4 is an even number, 5 is an odd number, 6 is an odd number. Now this is what your actual, I mean, expected output. Now you people will be executing that output and then you will see the results. So you will get the same results here. 2 is an even number, 3 is an odd number, 4 is an even number, 5 and 6. So what about the test case status here? Whatever we have expected, the same actual output we got it here. So finally what we can say, that whatever the test case I have represented here is success. So this is the first test case. Next test case what I'm having here is, this time I'm going to give a negative value here. You can see here I'm going to give a negative values here within a range. Okay, so means within the range means a data type. I am taking an integer data type. Now it is 4 bytes, I guess, 4 bytes. So within that only I'm giving the data. So within that I'm giving which numbers this time is negative numbers. And then what I am expecting here is, whenever I'm giving a negative number, this is what I'm expecting. So -2 is an even number, -3 is an odd number, -4 is an even number, -5, 6. So because 5 values. But unfortunately, when I executed this program, what happened here is the actual output what I received is -2 is an even number. What about the remaining? I didn't receive it. So what happened here is the test failed. Now this time this test case 2 has failed. So this I need to report. So there is some bug here. What is a bug here is that whenever I'm giving a negative number, whichever number I am giving it, it is displaying only the value for that number. What about the remaining 5? I mean remaining four numbers, it is not displaying it. So this particular test case has failed. So I will report this to the programmer, whoever has created this particular program. So whoever actually created this particular program, this one, so I will give a report to him that, okay, there is a bug in the test case too. What is that? So when I am giving a negative value, I'm getting a result only for that value. Then the remaining four values, the next four values, I'm not getting the output. So you please look over it. So based on that, the programmer is going to modify. Well, I have created only two test cases. You people can create more. That's up to your level of thinking and creativity. Like for example, just now I got one more test case three. Like what we can write here is the uh, positive values out of the range. That is one test case I can write it here, isn't it? Because like for example, this is within the range. Outside the range, I'll give some garbage value 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What will happen? I may be getting an output, but that will be a garbage value. So what I'm expecting here is that I'll be getting all garbage values here till 5 numbers. And if I get the actual output in the same way, like all the garbage values I'm going to get, so test case will be a success. Let me execute it and show you. That becomes easy for you people to understand. Yeah, this is a program I have given, and remember that the program which I gave you people, it consists of CLR SCR, because that is a traditional turbo C, and what I'm using, I executed it. That's the reason. Now I'm executing this in this C++, so I don't require this. That's the reason I kept it in what we call comments. So when you people are executing it using any kind, sorry. So when you people are executing it using any kind of tool, so make sure you are actually making this as a comment. The CLR SCR clear screen and gets here. You people are keeping in a comment, and now you people can start executing it. So what is the way? Okay, the program is already written. I'll just execute it. So first I'll compile it. F9. Okay, 0.34 seconds. Compilation is successful. Let me execute it now. Yeah, enter a number. So based on the test case only, you have to give the number. That's the reason I always tell you people when you're writing exam, whatever you are written, the expected output, the same should come here. So what did we write exactly here? Okay. Okay. So what is the output I gave first one? So first test case is I have to give a value called 2. Fine. So I'm giving a value something called as 2. Now, what I'm expecting here, 2 is an even number. So I got here 2 is an even number. Fine. 3 is an odd number. Okay. 3 is an odd number. 4 is an even number. I got 4 is an even number. Same 5 is an odd number. Yes, 5 is an odd number. And finally, 6 is an even number. So 6 is an even number. Fine. So this is what my expected output, and this is the actual output. So both are same. You can see here. When finally this test case is successful. So I'm writing the test case status as successful. Let's go to the next one. So I'm clicking enter. I'll execute it again. Now the shortcut for this, you people should remember. So this is something called this F10. So next time I'll directly press F10. So don't I mean confuse yourself that how which one's is right. Anyhow, you're very much familiar with this C++. Okay, what is the next value I need to give is -2. See, actual output I have given you in the lab manual, but this should be done after execution. Till here only we will be writing input expected output. This is what the test case is. After executing, we will see that whether I'm getting the actual output the same as the expected output or not. So earlier in the beginning, this value will not be there. Only these two values will be there. -2, this value. Okay, let me give the number -2. Oh, so you can see here, -2 is an even number. You can see I'm not getting the remaining four numbers from -2. After that, the four numbers which I wanted to print, I'm not getting the value. Simply getting a value called -2 is an even number. So you can see a -2 is an. So what happened here finally? The test case has been failed because I was expecting something called -3, -4, -5, -6 also. But here I did not receive it. So this is what we call. So this test case has been failed. So now I need to write a report and I have to give it to the programmer who has written it. He will try to modify it. So this is the way you people can write. Now I'll execute few more. If you have a time, you people can write more. Okay. So let me execute it. Now I told you some garbage value. Now next test case, you can assume like something out of range values, right? So let me give out of range values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, something. Okay. Did you see this? Yes. Here in the test case, what did I say? I said that I will be printing say 5 garbage values. But unfortunately, if you see here, when I gave some garbage value here, it is displaying only one number here. What about the remaining four? It is not displaying. So this test case is also failed because the value whatever I gave. Now you have to write the reasons also. The reason for failing of a test case. Why it has failed here? Because I gave a value which is out of bound. Because here, if you consider it, I gave a data type of integer. I mean data type of type integer. So integer is of 4 bytes, I guess, if I'm not wrong. 2 bytes or 4 bytes, I guess. So there is a okay. So what happens? 4 bytes means, for example, 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So for 32 elements only, we can give not more than that. So the value whatever I gave here is exceeding that particular thing. So that's the reason it is actually going out of bound. And due to which what happens, it simply displays some garbage value minus 148,88,512,740 is an even number. So this is the way how you people have to execute the test cases. Is it clear till here? See here, only you I mean, you just provide a comment. Is it clear? Share is not available. Okay, anyone can respond. Are you people able to understand what I'm explaining till here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, fine. Thank you. Fine. The next program is related to while construct here. So here I'm going to represent. So here also same thing. So I have just created a test case, same like positive values and negative values I have taken. So I will be displaying it. So first thing, forget about this. Don't see the actual output here. Just focus on whatever the expected output. So I gave the value 2. So along with 2, the next 4 numbers has to be displayed. So 2 is an even number, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this time I'm doing it using while statement, not with do while. So the actual output, what we get, we will see. So right now you just forget about that. Same way, I'm going to take a negative value here, minus 2, and this is what the output I just wanted to get. So let's see whether we are getting these values or not. So here also I just wrote two cases. If you have if you can think more, you can write more test cases. That's up to you people because we are learning right now. So I have just provided two. You can write as many you want. Now let's take the second exercise here. See here. Same like your do while only. There is no much difference. Only thing here is we have just changed the structure. The structure of while looping statement we have used here. So how many numbers I wanted to print is 5. From which number I'm going to give? So from that number, the five elements need to be printed, whether it is an even or odd or something like that. So here, okay, let me execute it. First I'll compile it. So F9 is used for compilation. Done. Now I'm giving 10. So what is the test case I gave here is 2. So let me give the value here is 2. So you can see here. So 2 is an even number, 3 is an odd number, 4 is an even number, 5 is an odd, and 6 is an even number. See, people got all the values. So here, what does that mean is that particular test case has been successful. You can see here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the same thing is what we got here. 2 is an even number, 3 is it's very simple programs I have taken. That's up to you. If you want, you can if you want to change the programs also, no big deal. You can change and you can write it up. But follow the same pattern what is given in the manual. So next one I need to give is minus 2. Okay. So fine. So let me close this. I'll first execute it F10. So oh sorry, F10. Okay. So this time I need to give something called as minus. Just okay. Guys, just a minute.